So the next preset, this one's called Pitchshift, and it's a really simple pitch shifter. So if I've got some input signal going on, I'll play some more Alexander Dumas here.
Mask, which were in his possession, his
dearest desires would be fulfilled.
never been known to reveal any secret of state, being unspeakably circumspect and having been trained to keep every confidence inviolable by his preceptor, Dubois. So I felt quite certain that even the princess would fail in her...
So if you have this knob 3 down, the F amount, to 0, then it's a really clean, it's a pretty clean pitch shift. Doesn't really work very well with polyphonic signals if you play like a full chord and try to shift it, but it works really well for single monophonic things. And you have, over here you have a fine tune, so you can get kind of really exact ratios. But if you do turn up F amount, then that puts on some formant shifting, so you can hear the effect of that.
The details are not admissible in serious history, but borrowing the modest language of the patriarchal time, I may say that if Jacob, before he obtained possession of the best-loved of Laban's daughters, was obliged to pay the price twice over, the regent drove a better bargain than the patriarch.
So basically, over here is the actual formant shift. This works kind of like the warp on the vocoder ones. Going down is sort of making it sound like a larger voice or a larger thing, and then going up makes it smaller. And this is the amount of that formant shift that gets mixed in. So, or it's kind of the aggressiveness of the formant shifting filter. If you have it really high, then it's pretty dramatic.
21, 1, 5, 12, 17, 15, 0, 14, 1, 15, 14, 12, 9, 21, 5, 12, 9, 21,
16, 20, 14, 8, 3. Narrative of the birth and education of the unfortunate prince who was separated from the world by Cardinals Richelieu and Mazarin and imprisoned by order of Louis XIV, drawn up by the governor of...
So that's kind of fun to play with. If you're trying to get a clean pitch shift, turn formant off, but if you want to play around with those formant effects, they've got some artifacts to it. It's not completely clean, but it's an interesting effect. There's also going to be some range and offset knobs, but right now they're not implemented. If you have MIDI input coming in, then it'll kind of shift the pitch by the ratio of whatever note you're playing to middle C. So basically, if you go down a fifth and you play the G below middle C, then it'll shift it down a fifth. So this way you can do kind of interesting melodic pitch shifting. So I'm going to play something that's more like a single tone. Here's an organ note on a reed organ. And if I shift it around with the keyboard...